you need to take your kids to baseball practice, but you kind of also want to drag race your neighbor down the street in their Mustang, well, Kia's got the vehicle for you. Just introduced here at the LA Auto Show, this is the 2025 EV9 GT. It is a three-row SUV with a sports car heart. 25 Kia EV9 GT will come standard with all-wheel drive and two motors. Up front is a 160 kilowatt motor, while the rear houses a more powerful 270 kilowatt motor. Combined, Kia is expecting power to be around 501 horsepower. Although the brand is still testing and tuning, if the power does end up being anywhere near that figure, it'll be a healthy increase over the current EV9, which I never said was exactly slow. The 0 to 60 time that Kia has in mind is 4.3 seconds. Now granted, there's a lot of EVs out there that are a lot quicker, but none of them are both this big and at this price point. The EV9 GT will include virtual gear shift standard, which is shared with the Kia EV6 GT and the Hyundai Ioniq 5N. VSG, as it's called, mimics a traditional automatic transmission with noticeable shift points as the vehicle accelerates. It can even mimic a rev limiter when the virtual RPM limit is reached. Although it may make the vehicle a bit slower, the point of VSG is to better connect the driver and the vehicle, increasing engagement. VSG also has paddle shifters to control gear changes. Of course, inside, there's the active sound design, or ASD, that replicates the sounds of the gear shifts to further enhance the driving experience. The EV9 isn't exactly light, and with the increased power, there needs to be some increased control to keep all that heft in check. The biggest upgrade to the EV9 GT suspension is the driver-selectable electronically controlled suspension. That may be a mouthful, but it is the first time Kia has put this on a three-row SUV, which is accessed through the Drive Mode button and can be set in one of four configurations: Normal, Eco, Sport, and My Drive. Aside from setting the shock dampening, the steering and brake feel are also altered depending on which drive mode is selected. When the driver hits the bright green GT button on the steering wheel, the shock dampening is put into its stiffest setting as this behemoth of an SUV scampers off towards the horizon. Complementing the suspension upgrades are two 85/45 R21 performance all-season tires, and you take a look at them, this isn't just a show car prototype. This thing has been used and abused and pushed to its limits. The brakes have also been upgraded, and much like the EV6 GT, they are painted bright green. Even in this new GT trim, the EV9 still has 7.8 inches of ground clearance and can tow up to 5,000 pounds, so it still is an SUV. The exterior of the GT has unique styling elements, including exclusive 21-inch wheels. There's a lighting pattern Kia calls energetic that's also incorporated on the active air flaps. Inside, there are sportier, more bolstered seats, and if you take a look at them, they're pretty aggressive when you think that this is a three-row family SUV. These wouldn't be out of place in a high-performance supercar, but they're not, they're just in an SUV. They're finished in leather and Alcantara, and of course there's another GT logo embossed on them. Those that do not want leather seating surfaces can also opt for synthetic leather surfaces instead. There are other bright green accents throughout the interior, including on the steering wheel, the middle row seats, the rear seats, the doors, everywhere. The steering wheel is unique to the GT trim as well, as are the dashboard finishes. The EV9 GT will also include an exclusive ambient lighting scheme throughout the cabin. Even if the 2025 Kia EV9 GT is a high-powered SUV, it's still a family vehicle first. That means safety remains a top priority. Standard on the vehicle are things like parking collision avoidance assist, forward collision avoidance assist, cyclist and pedestrian detection, evasive steering assist, smart cruise control curve, and much more. All 2025 Kia EV9s will come with the North American charging standard charge ports, which means customers will have more options when it comes to charging their vehicles. The Kia EV9 GT is expected to arrive later in the second half of next year. Haul the groceries, haul the family, haul